Hey, what is going on, my friend? It's Brando Linick here, coming to you from my home office, and this is going to be a good talk. I'm excited. You're looking for how to start a tow truck company. This is something that, over the last 4.5 years, started a couple different types of businesses, having gotten around people who have started their own tow truck companies. It is a simple business, all right, and I've seen a lot of people start it because it is a simple business to start because they want to make money. And I'll tell you, if you're looking at it for very, very similar purposes and reasons, if you're looking at it because it's a simple business, you can make money at it, I'm just going to tell you here some of the mechanics to maintain and grow the business. It can literally beat you up. Dealing with supplies, equipment, dealing with employees, all right. And if you don't have employees, that means you're going to have to work harder and longer, which means you're going to have to not take vacations, you're going to have to not take sick days, and it can be tough on you, all right, which is something you got to keep in mind. And unless you're looking at this as a franchise business model, because you got to look at it from the long run, all right, what you want to do in the long run with this business model, unless you're looking at it and you want to franchise it out, which can take you, 5 to 10 years, depending on when you get a return on your investment and it gets really up and off the ground. Unless you're looking at it for that perspective, I would advise you, because it can be grunt work. I know this because I've gotten around people who've done it, and I've done very similar businesses where you're dealing with supplies, equipment, employees, and chasing people down to build up customer base, and it can be tough, all right? Just fair warning you here. And I'd advise you, before you consider this approach, all right, if you hear me out here for a minute, if you're looking at this because you want to build a business to be your own boss, you want to build a business to where you can create time, freedom, and leverage, I've got something I want to throw your way. And my experience and story with this goes back about a year ago when I transitioned from a traditional business, dealing with all this stuff and more, all the things that go with the territory of a truck company. And I transitioned and switched from that to an internet business. I actually came across a person who was building a business on the internet without dealing with any of those things, building it right from their laptop, making more money every month than I was making about a whole year. And because they were doing this without creating their own products, without doing anything technical, I reached out to them. Building their business, traveling around the world, wherever there's internet access, it was attractive to me. And in less than about 30 days, all the results I share with you in this video are not typical or average. I'm not guaranteeing you results. I'm not telling you you're going to get rich quick if you start an online business. But I was able to create in less than 30 days a full-time income business working part-time. And I worked my butt off at it. I had to learn stuff like you'd have to do with any business out there. But I can't emphasize it enough. If you're really just wanting to start a tow truck company because you want to be your own boss, you want to create leverage and time freedom where you can afford to do what you want, when you want, whenever you want, that's really what you're looking for. Learn how to build a business on the internet. Before you consider starting a tow truck company, learn how to build a business on the internet. Learn how to, attract an endless amount of people to you and your business on the internet. Learn just the skills required. And there's a lot of different systems, programs, and businesses out there, which is why I would throw at you connecting with someone. Connect with someone who's building a business already, who's willing to connect with you and walk you through how to build a business on the internet to get the results that you want. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this made sense to you, where you don't have to deal with that upfront overhead and that workload, because I'm telling you, it can be grunt work dealing with supplies, equipment, employees with a tow truck company. And best thing you do, start an online business if you're only looking at this because you want to create leverage and flexibility and time freedom. So I hope you enjoyed this. It's been fun. And make sure, if you want to learn more about how to build a business on the internet, if you're willing to work, you're not afraid of learning things, if you can press play on some training videos, it's a short learning curve. And if that's you, connect with me on my site. Check it out. It's 123marketingtips.com. I'll put the link in the description down below. I appreciate you for your time, and I'll see you on the beaches of the world. Take care.